So, do you guys remember where we left off?
More or less, I think.
Kinda. I remember my parents came.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Derek's parents.
I remember the whole shooting scene, and then Derek had to leave in a real hurry.
All right. So yeah, you guys had a bit of an encounter with the cops, and you found out that a mortal mage is also after you.
Yes, right. Because we had to kill Carrie, the Malkavian duel. And yeah, and then I went to the Ordeal magic shop.
And if you want to speak up a little bit, Mary, I think your audio is a little low. I'm just saying.
Well, I have something important to say.
According to OBS, you're at about half volume from everyone else.
Because I'm half on the way.
That would be part of it, yes. All right. So we'll start with Jonathan.
All right.
So we pick up with you in the public bathroom in the hall of your office. And
Somewhat odd location, but okay.
yeah, you're hanging out there, giving yourself a sponge bath, as firmly established was.
This was the New Haven, that's right.
Yeah.
You might think about installing a shower.
I mean, it's not his office building, it's his office, but it's a public building.
The bathroom isn't in his office.
No, this is a public restroom.
Oh, okay. Alright, never mind.
All right.
So I have made sure to block the door. No, I haven't, obviously, but I'm blocking it.
Yeah, it's fortunately this is it's not like a full public restroom with multiple
he's
stalls.
In the handicapped restroom.
Yeah, it's like the handicapped one.
No.
Where it's just one room.
Don't try to make it even more pathetic, please. I'm impressed you're even trying, but don't.
All right. So, while you're there, you get a call from Alicia.
I pick up.
So, she is on the other end of the call, and she says, I need you to come back to the house.
Well, right now? Or permanently? What do you mean?
Right now.
Should I bring anything?
And there's a small pause, and then she says, no.
Why?
You need to come back to the house.
Is something wrong? You sound a bit... Are you okay?
So there's another small pause, and then she says, nothing's wrong. Come back to the house. Someone wants to see you.
Who wants to see me?
I can't tell you that.
Okay. I have my guesses then. I'll be right over.
All right.
I hang up.
Okay.
Then I called
Turn
Stephen.
you up slightly on the speakers, because I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
All right. All done?
Give me a second. There we go.
Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3.
No, not enough.
I'm starting to hear an echo now, though.
All right. Hopefully that should be good. Hopefully.
Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3.
All right, I got it.
There we go, beautiful. So I was saying I called Stephen then.
Yep. So, Stephen?
I will answer the phone. Dr. Higgins.
Hi, this is Jonathan speaking.
Hello, Jonathan. What can I do for you?
Just checking, but have you heard any news about Nikolai yet?
Have I heard any news about Nikolai? No, I have not. Do you have some information?
Not particularly, but I received a strange phone call from Alicia. She said I had to return home to my previous shared haven with her and Lucy, and that someone was waiting to see me, and she could not disclose their identity.
Huh? That sounds quite mysterious.
Yes, just... I figured it might be Nikolai.
This is where if it were a TV show, we would just be close up on Steven's mouth, but then as he hangs up the phone, it slowly pans out and he and Modius are naked next to Alicia in the bed. You'd best come over right away.
Yes, I suggest you get there quickly. Alright, so, how likely do I think it's Nikolai? Or is it a hunter? Or is it a mage? Or is
right now,
or is it Slenderman? Or
the deck is so diluted, there's no way to tell
There's
what
no
you're going to
way.
draw.
Okay. So, yes, it could be Nikolai. It could also be one of the other 100 people that are after us. Would you like some backup, I guess?
No, I think that would be too suspicious. However, I will call you back in, shall we say, 2 hours. And if I don't, assume something is wrong.
All right. And you're meeting them at Alicia's apartment.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I don't think you actually have the address of it. Lucy does, though.
All right.
Well, I will give it to him if he doesn't have it.
All right.
Okay.
So you got it now.
Okay, so I've jotted it down. Very good.
Right then, in that case, I'll hopefully talk to you in 2 hours.
If not, bring the cavalry.
Apparently.
Alright, so I'll bring my phone fully charged, and I will head over to my former haven.
All right.
With my gun.
All right. So, yeah, so you arrive. You're going to have to arrange, like, an Uber or something because Alicia kept the car now that you're not staying there anymore.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll have him dropping me off a bit away from it, like a nearby house.
Okay. So, yeah, as you
And
head in...
while we're heading there, I'm making sure I'm not being followed.
All right. Give me a perception plus alertness.
That would be 5. I figure it'll be slightly easier now since he's the one driving and I'm just doing this.
Yep. It does not seem like you are currently being followed.
Very well.
Yet.
Into the house we go then, after
Right.
I pay my fare.
So, you head in, and the door is left open for you. And when you enter, you find that Alicia is actually standing off in a corner of the room, just staring at the wall.
I'm checking the room with Auspex, and I'm avoiding eye contact with anyone.
Let me finish describing everything here. The television
I'm just making
set is
sure
on.
I'm not looking anyone in the eyes.
All right. Television says on. It's playing a rerun of Kolchak the Night Stalker, and laying on the couch is the Juggler.
Okay, didn't expect him.
Me neither.
Forgot about him.
So have I. Who is the juggler again?
He is the leader of the Gary Anarchs. He was also the guy at the brewery before it burnt down in episode 2?
Yeah, when you went there with Terry.
Ah, right.
He disrupted
I
Boyd's
believe
party.
I'm on somewhat good terms with him, I think.
So,
I hope.
you're about to find out.
I am.
So yeah, Alicia's just standing in the corner. She's pretty clearly been dominated. And this juggler, when you come in, he kind of stretches and then stands up. And then you're looking at, like, his neck or chin. He's looking directly at you. And,
Hello there.
He says, it
I
took
was
you long
told you
enough.
wanted to see me.
I've been waiting for you for a little while.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
All right. He says, I've got a message for your boss.
For my boss.
Right now, his mind is going, Lucy or
Yeah, like, which
Modius
boss?
or Steven?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific than that.
So the juggler laughs and then he says, the Tremere boss.
Ah.
I want
Alright.
you to tell him that this little war he's been fighting was a test for my child, but it's over now. He is to return all of the anarchs he has captive, and he will be allowed to control the Gary drug trade for the time being.
Okay.
And he
Is there any particular reason you want me to relay this message?
I don't have time to try and find out exactly where he is, being, the paranoid old man that he is.
Everybody else knows where my haven is.
Well, exactly. He's gone to one of those people. He's like, go there. I mean, he could just torture Jonathan for the information. Actually,
Well,
he'll say that in character. I could just torture you for the information, but I find this more
Oh no,
convenient.
I'll relay the information. That's perfectly fine. I was just
I
curious.
didn't realize I could still keep it secret enough to. I figured everybody in Garrett. I figured every vampire knew where I lived.
No, I mean, really not that many people know. I mean, everyone who does is either a player character or Lucy.
Or having sex with a player character.
Yeah. It's still not that hard. This guy just sent a message to you through Jonathan, but... Alright. So yeah, he gives you a location in the wasteland, and he says, tell the old man to drop the bodies there. I'll pick them up.
Is there a time frame?
As soon as possible.
Alright then. Will there be anything else? Cup of coffee, maybe?
He kind of stretches again and then says, no, I think I'm good.
Okay, it's fine. Have a lovely evening.
Alright, so he basically shows you out of your house and then closes the door behind you.
Oh God!
Okay.
Is it a month-long rape scene with Alicia?
I appreciate. I thought I was gonna have to deal with the dominate Alicia. I don't have to now. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I will immediately call up Steven then.
All right. So Steven, you get another call.
Dr. Higgins.
Hey, it's Jonathan again.
Hello. Apparently everything went fine. Was it Nikolai?
It was not. It was the juggler.
Ah, the juggler.
Yes, and he had a message for you, actually.
Aha.
And I will relay the message word for word as I remember it.
Ah, okay. Well, that can be arranged.
He said to drop the bodies off as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, guess that's our evening.
All right.
Right then. Well. So, false alarm then. Sorry to worry you.
I'm fine. How are you?
I said, no, that's not what I said. I said, false alarm then. Sorry to worry you.
Oh, that's kind of, I thought you said the same thing as Mary.
You really can't hear me.
Like, oh, I'm fine.
Oh, we're very polite now.
I guess I was.
Man, you really can't hear me.
Yeah. No. Okay. So yes. Well, it's always good to be on the lookout because I'm sure we'll get a visit from Nikolai eventually.
I would assume so. Well, then, that'll be all then. Have a lovely evening.
Alrighty.
So
I'll hang up and head back to my haven.
Yeah. David still isn't here yet, so I'll skip his stuff. right. So, Stallworth, you there?
Yes.
All right. So, this evening when you got up, you found out that you've received another email from your parents. This time, they tell you that apparently they have been contacted by an FBI agent who was asking about you. So basically, the substance of the email is that they're worried about you. They want to know what's going on.
He's involved in drugs.
He is involved in drugs, actually.
I know.
And then there is also an email from Agent Shepard, who is asking you to basically, turn yourself in.
You're a material witness.
Well, what agency is Agent Shepard a part of?
He is with, according to his business card that he gave you, he is with the Federal Bureau of Investigations.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll be sure to reply to these emails. Well, at least his email. No, I'll reply to both these emails in a different location other than where I live. I'll tell Agent Shepard that I can't trust them to keep me protected, so I can't turn myself in. And I'll tell my parents that I was just caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time, and nothing's wrong with me personally. It's just that I got caught up with some people, and that's why the FBI are interested in me.
All right. So I am. Give me a manipulation plus subterfuge to see the context of this email to the parents.
That is currently 5.
See how convincing this is.
Okay, Stallworth is buying a whole lot more subterfuge.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I definitely need that.
And like always, with it, since it's an email, you won't hear back for a while, so there's no way to tell how well you did, or badly.
How do you do on his other ones, though?
They seem to be buying it.
Well, I don't know. They're not going to be buying it anymore. The FBI's calling them now.
Yeah, it's a lot harder now. It's hard to write off. FBI is interested.
Yeah, if I got a call, I'd be like,
It'll be all right.
It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be great.
It's fine, Ma. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So, are you going to drop off the bodies
Yes.
at the designated location?
Yeah, I'll pack the bodies into the trunk and haul them over there.
Okay. So yeah, you find the appropriate location, and it seems to be a warehouse. It's mostly burnt down, but it is. There are some spots that look like they are pretty light-proof that you could leave the bodies at.
Okay. Is there anybody around?
Hello.
From what you can tell, yeah. Give me a perception plus alertness. 5. You can't see anyone here inside the building.
All right.
So you think it's abandoned.
Okay. Could be obfuscated.
It could be obfuscated. You don't see any auras, but...
So I will have heightened senses as we listening for anything.
Okay.
As we go in and drop off the bodies.
All right, yeah, you drop off the bodies, no problem.
Okay.
And since you're on the lookout, give me another perception plus alertness.
5.
Out. All right. So as you are driving back from the location, you do notice there seems to be a car following you.
So I will notify Terry
All right.
so that you can take the appropriate actions.
So once he starts attempting to avoid this guy, the following car basically breaks off right away.
Okay. Well, that's suspicious. They must have figured out that we. All right. So am I sure we're not being followed anymore?
You're fairly confident by the time you're ready to get back home that there's no one after you.
Okay. Then we'll head home.
All right. So on the way back, you also hear the radio news report, which is saying that Carrie has been identified.
As the tanker murderer?
Carrie Cartwright is actually his full name.
Cartwright is his full name.
He has been identified as one of the tanker murderers. The police have basically lined up the surveillance footage with him, and they're fairly confident he's the one who did the initial shooting. However, police are still looking for the second of the tanker murderers, the one who was hot wiring the car.
Mm-hmm.
And they believe that the man who initially attacked him and the sniper are both that individual.
Ryan had his balaclava on, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So they
don't
haven't
have-
identified him yet.
Okay.
But they do give a description of someone matching his exact build and
That's much harder to match.
clothes. The clothes he was wearing at the time.
Well, hopefully hopefully those clothes are burned and you can't put them on again.
So yeah, apparently Carrie claimed that he did not intend to do any of this, but he was a victim of the other murderer who was forcing him
Uh-huh.
to participate in these murders.
But there's no talk of
Vampires?
vampires
No.
right on the news. Good. So we're just gonna hope that this all dies down until I find out that William Shepard's trying to get a hold of Derek.
Oh, and did everyone take off a blood point to start off the day?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Don't be so silly, Zach.
Well, you are really quiet, David.
David here?
Roar.
Here.
Oh, David.
Better.
Let me turn David up. Nope, David's already at 200%. Yeah, he's super quiet.
Yeah.
Woo.
We can't hear him at all.
Also, happy birthday, motherfucker.
What if I just kind of shout? How is this?
Very quiet, but barely hearable.
Well, I'll try my best. I'll just lean into the microphone.
All right.
And shout.
Ganbare, yeah.
Let's see what. Oh, there we go. This should help. All right. Now everyone else is going to be very loud because it turns out that the speaker on the laptop was set down, so I'm turning it up
I
now.
thought that's what you had turned up before.
Is there a setting in Windows to increase my microphone volume?
That's what he just did. He just turned up the internal speakers on the.
Yeah.
Is there something I can do to make my microphone come out louder on your end,
No.
though?
I don't know.
I don't know. Miles, it may be okay now. Miles, say something so I can compare you to David.
Something.
All right, there we go. That's not too bad. I think we should be able to work with this.
All right.
I hope so. Gonna have to.
Yep, I'm going to turn Miles down.
You spent so long turning me up.
Yeah, but now...
Now we gotta turn you down, you know.
Now David's here
Then
and
I
everything's
showed
just
up.
gone to shit.
You versus the guy she told you not to worry about.
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
That's
Alright.
right.
So we'll move
Nothing.
over to David's thing then. So this is, first off, if you haven't, take off a blood point for starting the day.
Yeah.
And so you are basically hanging out at the Haven. This is at the very beginning of the evening, before any of the phone calls have been exchanged yet. You're hanging out with Lucy while Jonathan is in the process of sponging him off in a public restroom. You're having a shower with Lucy inside of the Tudor-style mansion that you live in,
All right, raunchy.
What?
that you
Score
don't
one for
pay
Jonathan.
rent for.
There's just a lot of naked people around here.
Yeah. So basically, you guys have just gotten out of the shower. You threw clothes back on. Lucy's still, putting on makeup, things like that. So she takes a little bit longer. And you hear your phone ringing from outside.
All right. I'll tell her I'm going to pick it up.
All right. Yeah. So she seems. She obviously didn't hear it. She's like, "Oh, okay," and then just goes about finishing putting on makeup, stuff like that.
All right.
So it is an unidentified number on the phone.
Well, so here's the thing. I think Ryan actually might consider not answering such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, he'll let it ring out.
It does not stop ringing. It doesn't go to voicemail.
It doesn't go to voicemail. What is
Ryan puts his phone. Can I put my phone on silent without having to hang up?
Give me a dexterity plus technology. And no, I
4.
don't expect you to have technology.
4.
Zach loves making up new skills.
It's not a new skill. It's on the B20 character sheet.
Do I have to have technology to do technothaumaturgy?
No, it's more like it's not like computers, it's more like handling technology, stuff like that. Alright, so, alright, yeah, so you're trying to do it, but as you do it, you accidentally hit the answer call button. And you put it on speaker accidentally so that you can hear the voice on the other end.
I think Malkov is using you at this point.
Impressive.
So it's a very familiar voice on the other end, which says, "Boy, oh, it's been a long time, hasn't it?"
All right. So Ryan will pick it up normally at this stage.
All right.
Aye, sir.
He repeats in an equally bad note.
David also puts on a comedy Irish accent.
That's brilliant. And equally
A Northern Irish accent, which is completely different from my accent. If you watch that video I put in this
All
group,
right.
Alrighty, okay.
Says, "I've been looking for you. Seems like a little while ago you just disappeared."
I have been having a bit of trouble there, sir. It seems okay now. It seems okay now.
I've been looking all over for you. It's only just now I find you're here in Chicago.
Was it not you who sent me here?
I didn't send you to go live in some would-be Tremere chantry.
Alright, out of character. Am I suffering memory loss? Do I not know why Sir sent me?
What you remember was you guys basically were hanging out, basically just abusing the general chaos in the Troubles. And then for some reason, and you have no idea why, he basically chained you up, threw you into a storage container on a cargo ship, and that just took you to Chicago. Actually, it was supposed to take you to Chicago proper, but it ended up getting moved to Gary because of just a routine problem, like a strike on the docks in Chicago.
Now hold on. The Troubles is a specific period of time that was quite a while ago, Zach.
Yes, that was. It was during. You've been in America for like decades.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been living with Steven for like 20 years.
What the fuck? Damn. Okay. All right. So anyway. Well, I don't seem to recall any sort of instructions or.
It's all right. I wouldn't worry about it too much. You know I'm an easygoing sort of fella.
I know that.
And I'm here now, so we can all meet up again, no problem.
What do you need?
Oh, I just want to see my old friend and child. I've also noticed that nice bit of something you got on the side there. What's her name? Lucy, is it?
Aye.
Why don't you bring her around too when we have our reunion? I'd love to get my hands on her.
I don't see any need for that.
Oh, Ryan, that's where you and I disagree.
Right. I'll see you anyway. Where will you be?
Oh, don't worry. You won't see me, but I'll be seeing you.
Got it.
And you might want to watch out for that thin fellow.
Do you know anything about him?
No, he's talking about me.
He laughs, and then the phone hangs up.
Motherfucker.
Immediately back to regular Irish accent.
If by any slim chance there are any Northerners watching this, we're gonna get bombed.
Oh, God.
All right.
Yeah.
So, this is around the time that by the time your shower and everything's over, Steven's probably just getting back from his
Dropping off
escapade.
some bodies.
Yeah.
You know.
So, can Ryan take Stephen aside for a sec?
Ah. Yes, young Ryan.
Alright, Stephen, I need to talk to you about something private.
Well, by all means, let's go into.
Is Terry here, or is anyone else here right now?
Lucy's here. She's actually just getting out of the shower.
Alright, come with me. Let's head to
Would
your
you like
room or
to?
something.
Would you like to come to my office?
Yeah, your office. Let's go.
All right.
We'll go into my office,
All right. So yeah, you guys are in the office.
and I'll settle into my chair, and I will steeple my fingers.
Alright, so, Stephen, we've been living here together for 20 years or so now, apparently.
Yes.
And in all that time, you know I've not had any contact with my sire.
Yes.
I've received a call.
From your side.
Yes. And it wasn't friendly.
Aha. And what?
Basically, he knows he like has been keeping up with things that have been going on with me somehow. So he knows I'm living with you. He knows I'm in a relationship with Lucy, and he knows about the Slender Man problem.
Mhm.
That's all he reveals so far. He probably knows more.
I see.
And
And
to top it off,
he contacted you to tell you all of this?
yes, and also to, I guess, warn me. Basically, he started off like, we're going to meet up, but it turned into, well, I'll show up and you won't know when type thing.
Aha.
And he said something about getting his hands on Lucy. So, kind of threatening. Kind of bad guy stuff.
I see.
And just out of curiosity, have you already? Is Stephen aware that
That's
you
what
were
that was my next question
basically
out
like
of
a terrorist?
that was my next question out of character was how much do I know about Ryan's past?
Well, I mean, look. Why don't you roll Stephen's intelligence to figure out if his burglar from Northern Ireland might have been involved in terrorism?
If there's been hints throughout the
Yeah, I would say you definitely picked up hints, but if you guys want to handle like a full disclosure scene,
Okay, so that may be what
So,
all right.
I guess, unless you ask, Ryan's gonna leave implicit.
All right. Well, okay. So back in character now. So, Ryan, I have refrained from prying into your history thus far, but I feel that this may be a good time to let me know any sort of trouble you may have been in before you arrived here in Gary.
Trouble, you say? I may have been involved in a few troubles.
I see. So, again, if I may walk upon some delicate ground, where exactly do your loyalties lie with the United Kingdom?
Well, there's no one more loyal than a loyalist.
Aha.
And I'm one of them.
I see. Aha. So I'm going
You
to.
and I, we're both British.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. But I'm going to assume that you and your sire may have had some sort of falling out.
Well, that's I mean, like, I wasn't aware of it. But before I knew it, I was sent here. So, as far as I knew, things were going according to plan.
Yeah, and I'm aware that he arrived in a box chained, correct?
yeah, basically,
Yeah.
like sealed up inside a ship.
Yeah.
But again, like Malkavians, so
Yeah.
that's not necessarily the opening of hostilities.
Okay. But but
Look, let's just say, given what Sir was like, if we'd fallen out, I shouldn't be here.
well, and I'm not sure there were no instructions because Ryan, you just sort of showed up chained up in a box.
Stephen, you know the ways of my clan.
Yeah. Well, and so that's why I really didn't question it until now. But now you say he's making threatening overtures, which
Yeah,
is this normal for him?
I mean, he's a terrorist.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You appear to be taking these quite seriously, these threats.
Well, beforehand, I might have had a bit of faith in him that he was fucking with me, but then he put me in a box.
I see. Okay. Well, all right. So,
So, as a result of the domination that you've been under, this is the first time we've kind of really addressed it directly in game. So, David, why don't you give me a willpower roll to see exactly how much you remember?
Boy. Max willpower is 7.
Okay. So you do, as you're trying to think back, as you actually address it with Steven and you're trying to think back, you do definitely get the impression that you have been dominated.
can I get any sense from watching him?
Yeah, basically with your expertise, obvious expertise, you guys are fairly sure he's been dominated several times, which would make sense because up until the 90s, Malkavians had dominate.
Not dementate.
So that all adds up.
Okay.
What caused Malkavians to lose dominate?
It was just well, out of character. It was just like a game thing that they decided they wanted to
It was
do.
the 20th century edition that came out, or something like that.
Yeah, it was revised edition. In character, it was just I mean, there was an explanation for it, but basically comes down to Methuselah and Malkavians just fucking around.
Cool.
You know how they do.
What did we get instead?
Dementation.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So, as you're trying to remember back, you do remember, sir, basically, well, obviously, terrorism. You remember that. You remember, obviously, he's not a very good guy, and he didn't ever seem to have a lot of loyalties to any one person. He seemed like he would kind of just, like he would be doing something and it would seem like he's advancing these goals, as a terrorist. But then all of a sudden he would just switch around and do something completely different. It seems like...
And fight for the other side or something?
Yeah, he's kind of like the Joker in that he really seems to just be mostly in it for the chaos.
Oh, so we wouldn't even stick to one side of the conflict?
No, as far as you know, you only remember being on the Unionist side, but even when there were disagreements within the Loyalists, he would just switch between factions, basically just siding with whoever promised to have the most chaos.
Nice. Alright, well, I'll share all this with Steven.
Okay.
So it would seem he's found an opportunity to stir some chaos here, I guess.
Okay, but knowing that he's been dominated, I don't necessarily trust this memory.
I would say the part of the willpower roll is you kind of helping him to recover some things.
Oh, okay.
So, obviously once dominate comes into play, you can't 100% trust anything.
Right.
But these are memories you kind of helped him
These are
recover.
that he's recovered, that he doesn't remember this before, now he does.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. So. Oh, good. We need more chaos. That's for sure. All right. Well, we'll just...
One thing that you really don't need anything to remember is he is definitely extremely dangerous.
All right.
Very skilled in urban warfare.
Wonderful. Well, I suggest we let everybody know, just so they can be aware and be on their guard.
So you're going to call Derek into the office now?
Well, is Derek at my house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He still lives there.
I forgot that I thought he was living somewhere else. I'm sorry.
He has $2,000 that Ryan gave him, but that's it.
I have these hopes that eventually these fledglings will, leave the nest and fly free. All right, so yes, I'll tell Ryan that he should probably go inform Lucy, so that she's aware of her risk, and I will tell Derek and Terry.
All right.
So now there are two mysterious forces linked to me that she's gotten involved with.
Yes, you're a bad seed, Ryan. Or maybe
I'm
she
a
likes.
source.
Or maybe she likes the adrenaline.
It's probably why she embraced Jonathan.
Uh-huh.
Ha!
All right. So, Well, first off, I want to hear you bring Derek up to date in character on this.
Oh, okay. So where is Derek at?
You can find. I mean, you're in the house.
Followers?
Basically, so.
Because I thought he was going out to do some emailing or something.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But he's back.
unless there's something specific that Derek wanted to do, then I assume you're back by now.
Yeah, there's nothing else I need to do. Although I do need to get some blood eventually.
Okay.
All right. So where do I find you? Are you playing video games? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's probably what I'm doing.
So I'll head into the games room.
Wait. Give me first off a dexterity plus Majora's Mask skill to see how well you're doing.
That is 4.
All right.
He did expect you to have a Majora's Mask.
That's also something they introduced in V20.
What category would Majora's Mask go under?
It actually
Would it be a skill or a talent?
it actually counts as all 3. It's
Oh.
actually a discipline, and it does cost discipline
Discipline
experience cost to get it.
All right.
You're actually doing really well. You are. You're up to the getting the hook shot from the pirates.
Well, that's farther than I made it in real life.
All right.
Isn't that a super early game?
Majora. No, that's about halfway through Majora's Mask.
No, I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of Wind Waker. My bad.
All right. So I will. I'll knock on the door and ask if I may interrupt. So.
Yes.
Can I interrupt you for a moment, Derek?
I guess you can.
All right. Well, I've just had some news from Ryan. Apparently, his sire is in town and is none too pleased with him and may attack us. I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, well, thanks for the heads up. Do we need to, prepare defenses or something?
Well, yes, probably. I just also wanted you to, should you be out and about anywhere, just sort of be aware. His sire was an Irish terrorist, so, car bombs, things like that.
All right, well, I'll try to make sure the house doesn't blow up.
Thank you.
Call.
We'll all be working on that.
I suppose that's one thing I should mention. Usually, the assumption is that the child's disciplines are whatever the sire had, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, there are only so many in-clan disciplines, and a sire may, teach certain disciplines, but you could spread out.
Okay, well, I would say it's probably safe to say whatever Ryan started off with, Sir probably at least has.
He definitely is skilled in obfuscate.
Oh, I
you
assumed,
know that.
I assumed that.
And maybe Dementate, maybe Celerity, and clearly Dominate.
Clearly dominate.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So
see.
yes, we're going to have to kind of.
Yeah, you wouldn't know about dementation because you were sent off before the switch occurred. So it's impossible to know if he switched with everyone else or if he retained dominate. You started with celerity as an out-of-clan discipline with freebie points, so that is probably something he would have taught you.
Okay.
So yes, we're going to have to sort of be brainstorming ideas to protect the haven here.
Sarah probably also has Majora's Mask discipline maxed out.
Probably does. Now, the
What's
motion
it?
sensors. Did the motion sensors
He has a
work
specialty in it.
on the obfuscate, even if there was obfuscate? Something worked
Motion
even with-
sensors will activate even if someone is obfuscated. Technological things like that aren't affected.
Okay.
If how many animals can I talk to at one time?
Basically, it's like, never really specifically says, but I've always imagined it's kind of like you just understand a language. So when animals are talking, you can just kind of understand them, and when you want to talk to them, you just can.
So if you want to tell the dogs to, to be watching, because you can't obfuscate smell, right? So if there's a new smell in the, I don't know, do vampires smell? Do they have a scent?
Not. I mean, they can obviously have scents tied to them, but they don't have body odor or things like that because they don't sweat.
Well, if David has something of his master's, then we could try to have him sniff that to recognize it.
Yeah. Can animals sense through obfuscate? Do they have some sort of sixth sense like they use for the earthquakes?
I think they can sometimes. I would have to read up on it.
Okay.
But
anyway, they can help out with the hearing and the smelling and the sixth sense sort of thing.
Yeah.
The instinct, anything like that. And we're obviously going to have to do sweeps of the grounds just to make sure there's no, like, hidden bombs.
Yeah.
That's what they could sniff. You need to train them to sniff out, like, explosives and things like that.
If I can,
Yeah.
I'll try. I mean, I do have a specialty in training animals.
All right. Yeah. So if you want to start doing that,
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. And then we can use them to do a sweep of the
Let's do it.
fertilizer bomb's going to have to be fairly large, so I think we can notice that.
Okay.
But if it's some small thing.
So as you guys are kind of starting to plan out the defenses of your haven, you receive a call, Stephen, from the manager of your bookstore.
Okay, so Dr. Higgins.
Yeah, this is Clyde. He's like the manager.
Hello, Clyde.
There is a customer here. Says he wants to speak with you.
I see. Well, put him on the phone.
All right. So it is a voice you don't really recognize. Says, "Come down here at once," and then hangs up.
Okay. Well, interesting. I guess, who's in the house? Does anybody want to come to the bookstore with me to meet a mysterious, scary man?
I will help you.
I'll go also.
It wasn't a bad northern
My
accent,
fault.
right? It wasn't like some crazy
No.
Irish Mulcavian.
Here's the thing you may want to start to consider, though, is who are you going to be taking everyone with you, or are you going to be leaving someone behind to keep an eye on the
place.
haven?
Keep the car running.
Well, I got to train the dogs anyway, so I should probably stay.
Okay, so Derek will hang out
Right.
and
What kind of
that's a good
security
point.
procedure do you want to set up if, for instance, like a motion sensor goes off, or...
can I hook the security system into my phone so that I can get an alert if a motion sensor goes off?
You can set that up automatically with a little bit of time.
Okay.
Up until now, you could just have...
Derek,
Obviously, you have a
Derek
guy
will
there.
text me, whatever.
Okay.
But yes, eventually I'll tie it in my phone and I'll be able to either look through, and I want to be able to look through the video cameras as well.
All right. You probably actually already have a security feed
I was
set
going
up.
to say,
That's pretty...
I would think that I
yeah.
would. It's pretty standard.
All right. Okay.
But I will just set it to high alert. Any motion detection, let me know.
All right. So
Okay.
you're going to see a lot of pictures of
I will.
raccoons. Like a lot of pictures of raccoons.
And then there'll be a mysterious figure right behind the raccoon trying to
Yeah.
blend in.
All right. So you guys arrive at the bookstore, and inside it's pretty much empty, but
I do
there's.
have my weapons on me.
I figure you guys do. You see the guy that you saw at the Succubus Club, the one who sent the blood dolls after you,
Ah, the mage.
the mage,
Mm-hmm.
the one you were warned about, Orloff.
I see. So I'm meeting Orloff. Aha. So, Mr. Orloff, I presume.
And Ryan, are you with him visibly, or are you obfuscated?
Oh, Stephen, which one would you prefer?
You can be obfuscated.
All right. So, and whenever whenever I do choose to be visible, it'll be in the guise of someone else.
Okay. So yeah, he motions for you to sit down at the table opposite him.
Okay.
He says, "We ran into each other at the Succubus Club some time ago, but I don't believe we had the chance to be properly introduced. My name is Orloff."
Pleased to meet you. I am Dr. Stephen Higgins.
Of course. I wish to arrange this meeting in order to ascertain precisely just what our relationship will be from this point forward.
Okay.
I wish to give you the opportunity to earn my friendship.
Uh-huh. And how exactly would you propose that?
I know you have recently met with my former master, Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me where he is, and I assure you that no harm will come to you.
Ah, but will harm come to him?
Yes.
Then I will have to decline.
I see. I should, of course, warn you that harm will be coming to him irregardless. But
Irregardless is not a word.
by making this choice, harm will be coming to you as well.
Oh, pick a place in line, honestly.
So he takes a sip of coffee. He says, "I am not a barbarian. I will not attack you now. But know that from this point forward, we are enemies."
Well, I had assumed that we were enemies to begin with, so this is... Anyway. Well, thank you for your time. I'll be seeing you.
All right. So he nods.
All right. It's not a word.
Well, apparently that's a controversial stance.
I've come down firmly on the side of it is a word because I like it so much better than regardless. It sounds.
If people use it, it's a word. That's how language works.
But the whole point is, it's a word that should mean the opposite of
It
regardless.
should, but it doesn't. I love it.
Yeah, well, genius and ingenious aren't opposites, so like whatever.
Yeah, David proved it.
But
Proved it objectively.
anyway,
Who cares?
Anyway. All right. It's a redundant word if it is, because regardless.
Yeah,
and
but it's
irregardless
still
means
a
so.
word. Glad we've reached an agreement.
All right.
Anyway, so irregardless of this debate,
We've got yet another. So all the people attempting to kill us. Shall we list them
So,
off?
before you give this up quite yet, why don't you run by us, Mary? Why won't you rat this guy out? How important is he to you?
Gibson. What has he done to us?
Yeah.
Why should I get him killed?
Why shouldn't
Plus-
you?
Plus, he's letting me give me access to his occult library.
Oh, okay. I thought that was this guy. Who is this guy to you then?
He's the guy who tried to attack you a couple
He
of
tried
episodes
to
ago.
kill us when we were helping out Harry Houdini.
So isn't he already like, you know?
So yeah, he was my enemy to begin with. Then he just asked me, "Hey, rat out your friend to me, and then you and I can be friends." And I'm like, "No, because I want Gibson's library." And
Okay,
you
so
already
by
tried to
saying
kill
no,
him.
nothing has changed.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was just like, "No, I'm not gonna do this."
Well, fuck this guy.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad we're on,
Want
I'm
me to
glad we're on the
drop-
same
kill
page
him
now.
You want me to attack him now?
No, not here in the bookstore, in public. That would not be good.
All right.
All right. So let's see. All right. So yeah, you guys have the opportunity to go back and prepare your.
And we're not followed by.
Yeah, give me a perception plus alertness.
So that's 5. Ryan, do a perception plus alertness. Make sure we're not followed.
If there's nothing else for me, I think I'll be heading off.
There is one more thing, so I'll run that now since you're.
Okay.
Apparently,
Okay,
Miles
the
is
roll
sleepy
is
because he didn't
the
go
roll
to
is
bed last
6
night.
with a specialty in Farsight.
Alright.
Look, I was woken up by someone else in my room. It wasn't my fault.
It was David.
All right.
He
So
was
take,
just
take
there.
care of Jonathan, and then the rest of us will get our stuff.
All right. So no one is
Thank you.
following you.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So you are back in your office. You know, getting some work done. So first off, give me an intelligence plus finances.
That would be intelligence for finances 3-7.
Okay.
I don't suppose specialty in literature would apply here.
No. I assume that's your intelligence specialty and not your finances
I
specialty.
hope not.
Finances.
That's correct, that's
specialty
correct.
Literature.
Specialty in financial literature, exactly.
It's like it's like those Jane Austen books where like in the middle we stop to just discuss exactly how much income every single character has. It's
No,
literary
actually-
finances that you specialize in.
Actually, Jonathan has just read The Art of the Deal so many times.
There we go.
There's a picture of Donald Trump up on his wall.
Oh, good lord.
That one particular book I can recite any single line from.
That's
It's my entire specialty.
when Miles is like, "Oh, I'll send you a list of any like changes I want to make to the office." That's the number one.
Shit,
It is now.
All right. Yeah. So you're doing pretty well. You know, you understand
Nice.
math. And
Impressive.
as you're sitting at the desk, you start to get kind of start to feel weird and kind of lightheaded. And it is sort of a familiar sensation by this point. It feels exactly
It's
like
Slenderman.
it was just before you got teleported.
It's Slenderman.
Oh no. Okay, prepare to jump out the window.
All right.
Would
So,
that kill me? Would that kill me?
I mean, probably not. You're only like 3 stories up.
Damn, never mind then.
So
Right, grab my gun.
As you're standing up, it's sort of like when you stand up when you've been at a bar drinking for a while and you first stand up and you... Yeah. So when you come to, you look around and you're now standing outside of your office, looking at the door into it.
Quickly pinch myself.
All right? You're awake.
How much time has passed?
Well,
Check your phone.
All right? So it is about an hour or so before dawn.
Check the date.
And
what was it like before?
it was several hours. It seems like several hours have passed.
Is it the same
Okay,
night?
I'll head inside. I'll enter the code and head inside.
Okay. You also notice that for some reason your pant legs and your shoes seem to be covered in mud, like you've been traveling around outside.
Oh no.
Yeah, you get inside, and yeah, it looks like pretty much the same.
I'll investigate the area really quickly.
Okay, give me a
What will aspects?
investigation.
That would be 4.
Yeah, you don't see anything different.
Huh. I'll check the computer if anything different is on there, like any
Alright.
wrong data.
No, it looks like it got shut down. But when you start it up, it all seems the same.
If I follow like the mud trail I presumably left behind, where will it take me?
Yeah, it leads you back to the front door of the building. It go downstairs.
Does it lead anywhere else outside, or is it too trampled?
At that point, yeah, it becomes basically indistinguishable.
Then, do I know any nearby areas that would have mud on it?
Not in the city.
I have returned.
All right.
That's worrying.
Yeah.
How would I get mud on them then? Well,
Well,
I'll.
he does,
Like,
relocate in space and time
I know, but then how did I get back?
because he sent you back.
I guess. Anyway, I'll jot down a note on my phone of what happened here, because that seems important to remember.
All right.
And I guess I'll get back to work then.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had specifically for your character. So if you want to,
Yeah, I think I will, because I'm really, really
Wait.
tired.
Wait, Miles, check the text chat first. Okay.
Nice.
You can go to bed now.
Thank you. Now I can sleep well.
all right.
Right. I'll forfeit my vote for who gets the experience point for role playing.
Okay.
And I'll see you next week then, presumably.
Good night.
All right.
See ya.
See ya.
Okay. So you, yeah. All right. So back at the Haven, what defenses are you guys preparing?
All right. So everybody chime in here if you've got an idea. So we'll do the dogs and we'll do like regular sweeps of the grounds. We got the motion sensors going. Got that going to my phone. What else?
Are there any mundane ways of countering obfuscate?
Well, that's the motion sensors. And obfuscate's going to show up on a video camera, right?
Yes.
So.
What if you were looking in real time through a screen, like say with a night vision goggle?
Doesn't that work off of infrared, and do vampires give off heat?
Yeah, they don't give off heat.
So unless they were light gathering night vision goggles, which I suppose, would that be enough technology?
And also, if you're the one looking through it, like when you're looking through a camera in real time, as I recall, you can't see someone obfuscate either. It's only looking at the recording later on after they've stopped using obfuscate that you see them.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense, since it's supposed to be just like you kind of ignore them, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Could we set up a loop on the so the video camera records and shows the real time, and then like there's another screen that shows like 3 seconds ago, like it's the recorded playback of like just a few seconds,
like an offset playback. Yeah, you could set up something like that.
Yeah, and would we then be able to see it?
You haven't tried it out yet.
Okay, so let's give that a try.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know of any. I'm not coming up with any other ways to fight obfuscate. And I don't know if he's going to attack us here. It's just it could be out.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're going to have to check the car each time we get into it, especially if it's been parked on the street,
Mm-hmm.
to make sure it doesn't have a car bomb.
Yeah.
I feel like the Irish like their car bombs. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just have to be hyper vigilant.
All right. So you've started training the dogs, sniff for explosives. Fortunately, Stephen has a lot of explosives, so you have something to train him with.
Yeah, we can, any type of explosive you want to train them for, we've got a sample.
All right. Let's see.
I'm making C4 for Ryan, aren't I? And chloroform?
Yeah. So that's a good point. Why don't you give me an intelligence plus sciences roll?
Okay, that's 8.
All right.
Specialty.
Followed by a dexterity plus crafts.
That is, I don't have crafts. No, crafts is down here. I do have crafts. That's 5.
All right. Yeah. So once you have some time to yourself in the lab, you're able to come up with, some C4 and some chloroform.
Chloroform's not part of it.
No, chloroform is.
Alrighty. So, got your bottle of chloroform.
All right.
What are you guys' blood levels right now?
I'm at 5. I'd like to make
6.
some pills, but I know I don't have time.
Or blood?
Yeah, I was gonna say we could go out and feed, I guess, if we've got several hours before dawn, right?
Yep. Where
Let's do that
exactly
then.
would you guys like to head to?
Purgatory, that's our club down here?
Yeah, that's the main club in Gary.
Okay. Is it still open? Are we
Yeah.
early enough? I don't know how we did all of this. I guess we're just efficient. I guess it'd be in my lab later or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff, I made the roll now, but
Okay.
you're not planning on blowing anything up at Club Purgatory, so.
No, we're not. So, but who do we leave behind to watch the house, I guess, unless I've got the alert on my phone. Is that good enough?
I mean, it's up to
Because
you.
if Derek needs to feed too, we should probably just all go.
I know, are you guys both low?
I mean, I got.
I'm on 6.
And
Alright.
yeah, Ryan's always low. I don't know what he does with his blood, but he just Lucy.
I don't go to full very often.
Yeah, well, Anyway,
All right, so are all three of you going then?
so I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
So while we're out, the house blows up.
Yeah, basically. Obviously, I didn't set that up right. I wanted to put up the map for Club Purgatory, but apparently I don't have the directory set up. All right.
We're just hanging out in downtown Gary. So
Yeah, pretty
what's the construction on the downtown area? How's that going? It's only been like a couple days.
Yeah, it's only been a couple of days, so pretty much right now everyone's still in the process of demolishing everything, the remains of the fire.
All right.
All right. So yeah, you guys hit the club.
All right.
So you're gonna be trying seduction.
Well, this isn't really a gay bar now, is it?
Not really, no.
Yeah. So I may attempt to dominate.
All right. So give me a manipulation plus leadership.
7.
Okay.
I have trouble adding in my head there for a moment.
Yeah, so you're able to draw off a couple of people.
Okay.
And give me a wits plus subterfuge.
4.
and you're able to alter their memories afterwards.
Okay. So how many points can I get?
You pick up 4 blood points if you're taking 2 from each person.
All right. Good. I'm good.
So, Derek, what's your method?
I suppose I can. Can I feed from animals?
You can.
Would that be like just as effective?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay. And there aren't any drawbacks. Like I'm not gonna.
As long as you can find the animals. Do you have animals in 2?
Uh, it says I have animalism 1.
Yeah, in that case, there's no way to call them to you, so unless you know where an animal is, and get access to them.
You don't have a zoo in
No.
Gary. No, we'd have to go into.
Well, I guess I'll just smooth talk some female or something.
All right. So let's start out with a appearance plus empathy.
Is it too late to do something else?
Is it a 1, Stallworth? Is it a 1?
It's 2.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Do you have no empathy, or are you just really ugly?
Yeah, I just have no empathy.
I feel nothing for you humans. All right, and then let's follow it up with a manipulation plus subterfuge.
I'm sure by this time there's some drunk broad in the.
Yeah.
That is 5.
All right. So you are able to find some people to feed off of, but you are plucking from like the absolute drunkest, like most intoxicated patrons here.
You're beer goggling, Stallworth.
So you're gonna be facing, obviously some intoxication. But you can take up to 6 blood points.
Wow.
Will that kill him?
No, this
There's
is.
like 3.
I'm assuming you're taking 2 from each person.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So by the time he comes back from his third person, Stephen, you notice that he is heavily inebriated.
All right. Well, Derek, you sit down here and sober up.
Will do.
All right.
I love you, man. I love you.
And Ryan.
So, what am I doing?
I'm asking, how are you planning on feeding here
This
at
is your
the club?
perfect chance, Ryan, to obfuscate as Jonathan and pick up a girl.
I will do that.
All right. So Jonathan's appearance is 5, so give me an appearance plus empathy.
5.
He has no empathy either.
Yeah.
What if? Yeah, whatever. What if I use subterfuge?
We're not to that part yet. Now give me manipulation plus subterfuge.
7.
Have you noticed how hot I am?
Yeah. So these girls are a little bit intoxicated, but you are able to find enough of them that you could get. You could get up to 8 blood points over the course of the rest until closing time if you wanted.
Is he going to be drunk too?
Alright, I'll do that.
All right. So these girls are less drunk, but you have taken more blood, so you're not quite as drunk as Stallworth is, or Derek is. But you're a little bit buzzed.
Oh, great.
All right.
right. Well, I guess if we're done here, now that we're like fairly filled up with blood, we'll have to roll for blood the next time, right? And then we'll be down at like 3 again. Anyway, but we're good for now. So I guess we'll head home, thoroughly checking the car before we get in it.
So you guys are being super paranoid on your way back?
Yes.
All right. Give me, whoever wants to check the car, give me a perception plus repair.
That'll be me.
3 for me, and
5.
All right. No bombs on the car. And give me a perception plus alertness. Everyone who's on the way back can give it to me.
6. Specialty and far away.
5 for me.
Okay.
4.
Yeah, so you guys do spot a number
A number of people following us? Crap!
a number plate,
Oh.
which seems to be reoccurring on your way back. There is a car that seems to be following you.
All right, I will notify Terry again.
All right, and it is different from the one that was following you before.
Well, there are a lot of people after. I mean, we got the whole Slenderman thing going on.
Yeah.
Then we got like the mage guy. Then we got the hunters.
Yeah.
Then we got Nikolai. I mean, I'm assuming at various times. I just assume that various people are following us throughout the night.
So I will roll for
And then we got
Terry's.
Sir. So I don't know about we've got like 4 people after us.
I'm gonna roll for Terry's ability to evade this guy because he does not immediately stop following you once you notice him.
No.
Yes, your driver is able to
lose
get the
tail?
car away. Yeah.
Okay. Good Lord.
So yeah, you guys make it back home.
I'm jotting down these numbers, these
Yeah.
license plate numbers. I want to run a check on them, see who they belong to. I'm gonna hack into the DMV computers.
All right. So you want to try and
Yeah, I want to try and run those plates.
okay? Give me intelligence plus computers.
That is 7 with a specialty.
All right. So yeah, as you're trying to like do a search on these numbers, they seem to be showing up as belonging to a rental car service.
Which one? The same one?
No, different ones.
Oh, different ones.
Both in the greater Chicago area.
Oh, so they've rented vehicles. Smart though. Do I know who? Okay, so now I gotta hack into the rental car system in order to find out who they were rented to.
I'll just when you get in there, it's obviously like fake names.
How did they pay? Did they pay with a credit card?
Cash.
All right. Obviously, somebody is going to some lengths to keep their identities secret.
Oh, and now that you're back at the house and have a chance to check things out, Derek, you've received another message from Agent Shepard. This time he's telling you that he is in contact with Denise. That she wants to speak with you.
Oh, so she's still alive.
Yes.
How unfortunate.
Following when you left her to die in your prelude, she
Yes.
somehow managed to survive.
Well, oh, like in person?
Yes. He
Yes,
has
she wants to
got.
confront you for leaving her for dead.
Agent Shepard tells you that he has got her at a safe house, and that if you come in, he can take you to her. He seems to be under the mistaken impression that she's still your girlfriend.
Yeah, that you
and that
care.
you're worried.
Yeah.
You also must think I'm stupid because y'all are just trying to capture me.
That's a possibility as well.
I mean, I could tell him that's nice, but I don't really care.
He texts
Nice.
back, you know what? Left her to die once, gonna do it again.
I mean, I suppose. Does she know I left her to die?
She's probably figured
Well,
it out by now.
Let's see.
She knows
so
that
it's
you
the
didn't
gangrel
show
thing.
up.
Yeah, so if she's like the ghoul of that gangrel guy, yeah, she knows. She knows that you were outside, you didn't come in to help her, and then he like turned you into a vampire.
Oh, so she his ghoul.
She's somehow connected to him, right?
She was meeting with him, so they seem to
Yeah.
have some kind of connection.
Well, I suppose this would be a good chance to get some information out of her.
But are you gonna turn yourself into Shepard?
I turned myself in. Those some strong words. I'll allow him to take me to her.
But how are you going to extricate yourself from his custody?
Yes.
Because that's the thing. He's not going to let you go once you're there. He's not going to let you go.
Well, this is a tough one. I know I can do. I can wait. If I tell an animal, can they relay messages for me?
If you knew someone else with animalism, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like Animalism 4 or something like that.
Well, damn. Okay, that's not happening then. This is a pickle. I don't know what to do. What do y'all think I should do?
Well, might be a good idea to talk to Denise. I would, but we got to figure out where she is so that we can talk to her on our terms. No, with this whole William Shepard guy, because he's a hunter, and it will be bad if he finds out we're vampires.
Yeah.
Can I try to negotiate with him so that, like, negotiate to make sure that he doesn't, or maybe not that he doesn't try to capture me, but to make sure that it's in a more neutral place?
Okay. So if you email him back with that, he replies to you and says that obviously he can't expose, an important witness. The last time an important witness was exposed near you, he got his brains blown out with a sniper rifle. So obviously he's not going to agree to that.
Well, you can't really blame him for that. Well, do y'all, like, if I go, are y'all gonna have my back?
Of course. And if that's the plan, you go and then we extricate you. That's fine. But I love that the Agent Shepard is blaming Derek for the death of Carrie, and Derek is blaming Agent Shepard for the death of Carrie.
I mean, yes, but it's also Derek's fault because he was involved in his death.
Right, but the whole reason Derek is saying he doesn't want to go in is because the FBI can't save him. Which is going to be true, because we're just going to extricate him and then...
Yeah.
Whatever, but...
Alright, so, I mean, sounds like we got a plan.
Alright. Sure thing.
I'll, try to... Do we, have, like, a little, like, little smoke bombs or smoke grenades or something that I can try to sneak in with me?
Don't know that I have any made up. I'm trying to think if I could whip something together real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, because we have ammunition, so we have like gunpowder, right?
Yes.
So we could make like some little flash powder kind of thing.
Yeah.
Essentially, you ignite gunpowder and throw it in there, and it blows up, whatever. So we could bring a little something to make a distraction.
Yeah.
Don't know how much smoke it would give.
So yeah, it's not going to give off that much smoke, really.
Yeah. Trying to think of what smokes. That we have on hand. What smokes? Let me do a quick little Google search here.
All right.
Is there any way we can make something that makes noise like gunshots? So
well, yeah, I got the noise covered. I was just trying to think of something quick that that would make smoke. So yeah, we'll whip up a few little.
So while
things.
you're deciding that, how exactly are you going to turn yourself over to Agent Shepard?
Yeah.
try and do what?
How are you going to turn yourself over? How are you going to handle that?
Well, does he expect me to come and like allow myself to be handcuffed?
Basically, he wants you to arrange a location with him where he will come and take you off to the safe house.
Okay. Well, does I suppose like we can go to like a subway or something. Are there subways in Gary?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
There is, in Chicago, there is like the elevated train.
are we meeting in Gary or Chicago?
I mean, he wants you to set up a location.
Okay, okay. Well,
Alright, so I do that.
I suppose yeah. I can go to I can tell him to meet me
And I got sugar.
in a subway in Chicago.
We'll whip it up.
Okay. And are there any other plans you guys want to make before he goes off?
All right, so I got smoke bombs covered. I got loud bangs covered.
Should I try to sneak in a smoke bomb?
If you want to.
The question is he gonna pat me down?
You have no idea.
I said that that's
And
a little
he
too risky.
definitely
I'm
will
gonna
if you
test
ask
y'all
him
with
if
it.
he's going to check you for weapons.
Well, it's going to be wrapped in aluminum foil, your smoke bomb, so you can lie and say it's a sandwich.
All right. You know what? We could try that. I mean, he probably already suspects me anyway.
All right.
This is my lunch. What are you talking about?
All right. I'm just wondering if you guys want to set up some sort of way for them to follow you.
Well, I assume so. Do we? Okay, so he's gonna go. We need a little tracer or something. Okay, that we need to put on the list of things to get little bugs, little tracer bugs. So how are we gonna follow him if he goes into the car, other than Terry, just being a good driver and hopefully not being noticed?
I don't know.
So, can I rig his phone to ping me?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, I'm gonna ring your phone. Do not let him take your phone.
All right, I won't.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Is there anything else we can do to ensure that he doesn't shake you?
um, I don't know. Sort of. I don't have any little tracer bugs to put on you yet. But I will just, if you keep your phone and is your phone charged? And get his phone charged all the way up.
Yep.
And don't get rid of your phone. Because
I'm gonna try to be extra safe, and I'm gonna like strap my phone to like the inside of my calf muscle or something.
All right.
And then yeah. So wherever your phone, I'm gonna be able to find your phone. So wherever your phone is,
All
that's
right.
probably where we'll go. So you're gonna be separated from your phone, and.
Good luck.
We should be good if you don't like cut off my leg or something.
Well,
I like your
Alright.
style.
it's gonna be bad. We're gonna lose you, but we're gonna give it a try. All right, we're gonna do our best.
I mean, as long as I don't
All
die.
right, and Ryan is obfuscated, right?
I assume so.
So can
Yeah.
Ryan get into the car with them?
Try.
Yeah, you can
I would
try.
have to not bump into anyone.
Right. So if you can do that, we're gonna try and get Ryan actually in there with you because I really have a feeling we're gonna lose you.
I mean, like, if I bump into, say, Derek, that would only make me visible to Derek, right?
I think it breaks obfuscate totally.
But Derek's gonna be aware that we'll let Derek know that Ryan is obfuscated somewhere near you, so like make room for him because you want him to get in the car with you. So when the door is open, just sort of stand there for a minute. And hopefully Ryan gets in and then you get in. Does that make sense?
All right. I can try.
It's a good idea. I could also. Would it make sense to bring a bag with me of like some of my stuff and just try to get him to put it in the trunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
We can try that then.
Since you can.
Did he
since
say
you can-
where he's driving you off to?
No, he's gonna meet him and then they're gonna go to the safe house. So.
Hear me out.
So he's not going to let him know until he meets him. But yeah, if you look like you're cooperating and you've got a go bag there because you're planning on staying at the safe house, that might allay his suspicions.
So-
slightly. I don't know.
If I can't get into the car, I could theoretically just run to try to keep up with it and follow it all the way.
Or like, do you have your skateboard or whatever where you were like hanging onto the back of the car that one time?
I could obfuscate my way. Oh, okay. How about this?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have 2 attempts at getting in the car. I'll be obfuscated, and he'll bring his bag and open the trunk, and I'll try to get in the trunk that way. And then if that doesn't work, we'll try to get into the seat.
All right.
So 2 attempts at getting in the car.
Okay.
And then could I do? I don't think I could do a skateboard thing obfuscated.
No, that would. Yeah.
But I mean, I could just climb on top of the car, and like as long as I don't mess up the athletics rolls or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's your last ditch attempt.
All right, easy peasy. And then if that fails, I can literally just run to keep up with the car. I've got celerity.
And he's briefly got an amount of blood points, so it's time to
So
spend
it's
them
time to
all
spend
and
them all.
go back down to 4.
I really feel like we're gonna lose Derek, and I'm gonna open a car door, and there will be a very dejected-looking Ryan. None of it worked. All right, but we're gonna try our best here.
Yeah, I think we got this.
All right.
All right. So you guys head to the location. You're waiting on kind of the tracks of the L train in Chicago. Actually, by this point, you would have had to set up the location. It's too late this evening. You would have had to set it up for sometime next evening.
Evening. Okay.
So that does mean that everyone's going to have to take off a blood point for the day.
All right.
There are no attacks or anything during that time.
Okay.
So you guys
Someone give me a
set
blood
up
point.
on the platform of the L train, and as you're waiting,
Can someone give me a blood point before we go out?
I don't have any more pills.
I got you, man.
Yeah, Derek, give me a point.
You got
I was
it.
gonna bloodbound. I was gonna
Good
say if I
boy.
gave you another point, you'd be bloodbound to me. I didn't think you wanted that, so.
Yeah, I should really. I think I'll just let myself get bonded to Lucy. Then I can just take your pills whenever.
Okay.
It's win-win-win.
Uh huh.
all right.
You do realize Steven's gonna bloodbond Lucy, right?
No.
It will be without your knowledge, but you know.
No,
All right.
because she's already bloodbound to me.
All right. Is this how you're going to convince her to blood bond you? I feel like you don't want to get blood bound to Steven.
Well, I'm already 2 steps in.
All right.
She's no steps towards Steven. Steven's very confident of his ability to.
Well, he's planning to get a ritual to do such a thing. He's heard of these things.
All right. So let's see. Yeah. So you head out to the train. As you're there, you see Agent Shepard's car pull up down below, and he seemed to just be waiting for you.
All right, Derek.
I pick up my baggie.
All right.
I walk towards his car, and I ask you gonna keep me safe, right?
All right. Yeah. He nods and says, "Yeah, get in the back."
All right, cool. Pop the trunk. I'm gonna throw my bag inside.
All right. So he pops the trunk.
Derek is oddly motionless for a few seconds.
I go throw my bag inside.
I will attempt to sneak in the trunk.
All right. Give me a dexterity plus stealth.
Six.
All right. Yeah. So you sneak inside, and Derek closes the trunk. All right. And yeah, you're able to get into the back seat, and Agent Shepard starts driving. And this time, he makes sure all the doors are locked, so you can't just jump out again.
All right, that's fine. That's cool.
So he starts taking you out towards the suburbs, and he's basically silent the whole trip. He's watching the rearview mirror, making sure there's no one following you.
We're hanging far enough back. I'm pinging his phone with mine.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, he's going that way and whatever. So we're hanging far enough back they can't even see us.
All right. So eventually he pulls off into like a garage area, and he goes inside and basically takes down the door. And as soon as he's finished, he opens up the doors for you, and then says, "All right." Now he points over towards a place where some clothes have been set out. He says, "Get completely undressed, drop everything, and change into those."
Like, like in front of him?
Yeah.
Can you ask for some privacy?
Yeah, just like, can I ask just like to turn around?
All right. He kind of sighs and then turns around.
Modest.
All right, now
Sure.
I'll try to change my pants quickly, and because obviously I don't want him seeing any of my private parts.
Yeah. He.
And then I'm
The thing is, though, he will turn around, but he basically watches you until you've gotten down to
your
like
briefs.
underwear.
shit. So if he sees my phone on my leg, is he gonna be suspicious?
He's not going to be unsuspicious.
I see. I had a feeling it might work out like this.
I thought you put your phone like inside your leg. No.
No.
Unfortunately,
No.
unfortunately, I shed my calf muscle.
Hmm.
Well, fuck it. I mean, it is what it is.
I was gonna say we knew it was happening, so we know he's at this warehouse thing, right? And
Yeah.
they pulled in. We can tell this, right?
You didn't see them pull in, but there's where the ping is, and it
right,
stopped.
and it stopped there. So I'm like, okay, this is where we lose him, because this is. So Ryan, they're probably gonna switch cars. You might want to be able to.
Well, there's nothing I can do right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet. Go ahead and start changing.
Drop them
All
drawers.
Well,
So-
wait. Is there any way that as I'm taking my pants off, I can
Unstrap the phone as he takes the pants off.
yes.
Yeah. Give me a. I would guess dexterity plus subterfuge.
That is fine. Hey, let me use a willpower point too, please.
All right, sure thing.
Nice.
Yeah, so you take it right off with the rest of the clothes, put them all off to the side, turns around while you take off your boxers and get into the fresh pair. And he doesn't give any sign of noticing anything wrong.
Awesome. And I'll ask him. All right. So what now?
All right. So then he goes over to another set of cars, which are over there in the garage setup. You can see what looks to be a plainclothes police officer gets into one. He gets into another car with you, and then another guy gets into the car you originally came out of.
Okay, so
I'm
whenever
gonna
you're
make
stuff in
sure.
the trunk.
Yeah, I'll make sure I stop him so I can get my bag and put my clothes I just changed out of into my bag and put it in the new car.
He says that cops, his guys will handle that.
Shit. All right.
So, basically, they do wait to get the clothes and then put them into the bag so that it's all together. So, Ryan, you do have an opportunity to try and either A, just avoid getting exposed when this guy's reaching into the trunk, or B, try and, sneak out past him as he's doing it.
Go hard or go home. Let's get out of the trunk.
All right. Give me a dexterity plus stealth.
1 second. Let me spend some blood.
All right.
You a real team player.
Right, I'm also going to ping Ryan's phone to see if they're
So,
going in different
dexterity
directions.
plus stealth, you say?
Yes.
9.
All right.
So he spent like all of the blood points.
Yes, he did. And we're back down to 4 blood points.
Yeah, I'm out of blood pills, so just keep that in
I
mind.
only
Ryan.
spent 2. Relax.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you manage to contort your way out of there barely, and you're nearly hit by the closing trunk on the way out. So after that, everyone gets back. He goes around to the driver's side door. He gets into that car, and then all 3 cars pull out at once. And from outside, following them, Stephen, you see the 3 cars pull out of the garage.
Okay. So.
The original one and 2 new ones.
All right. Well, we're going to assume Okay. I'm gonna auspex each of those vehicles
Mm-hmm.
and try and see which one Derek is in.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna look for differences in aura, not necessarily.
All right. Give me an perception plus empathy.
It's 4.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, you see the car with the vampiric aura in it.
All right. So that's the one we need to try and follow. I'm going to assume that he no longer has his phone.
No.
I have no idea if Ryan's where Ryan is.
Yeah, that's true. So you got out of the trunk. Everyone else was already in their cars, Ryan. So what do you do at that point?
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
So can he see into the vehicles and see which one has Derek in it?
Yeah, from where, as he's getting out, you can definitely see which one Derek is in.
Well, do we go with climbing onto it, guys?
I don't see any other possibility at this point. A car door opening and closing weirdly, unless Derek wants to try and throw his open. I don't know, but he doesn't
Okay.
really know where you
You
are.
doesn't know where you are. And also,
So-
I'm going to say,
Okay.
I'm just going to point out that clambering on top of the car seems like something that might break obfuscate, and once someone just appears,
That's going to be bad too.
it kind of gives the game away.
I don't know how to do.
So, I've got an idea for a new equipment thing to add to Ryan's list.
Mm-hmm.
You know those shoes, Heelys?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs those because those would be perfect for this situation.
Well, didn't we already get him like some the silent type of shoes for him to run around in?
Yeah, this is a different thing.
Oh, okay.
No, these are shoes that have wheels in the heels, so then I could do the
see.
skateboard thing without a
So you
skateboard.
can just crouch down behind a car and just
You could try.
get you some rollerblades.
So
All
anyway,
right.
for now I don't have those.
All right. So, not sure what to do there.
I mean, as long as I'm smooth about it, I can get on top of the car and I won't jostle it much.
Yeah, you don't really have time because, as I said, you're getting out just as the guy gets around in there. So the cars are pulling out by the time you've identified which one Derek is in. There's not really a time to be smooth and carefully place yourself.
How doable, with blood boosting and celerity, how doable would it be for me to keep up with them on foot?
You could try it.
I'm gonna run out of blood.
But once you start using celerity, you're gonna run out of blood, yeah. And once you start using celerity, that's gonna break your obfuscate because you're running.
Well, with, let's say, strength 6, athletics 3, can I run at car speed?
You can approach it, as long as they don't go on the highway. But again, they're being careful. They're gonna notice the man running at car speed.
Yeah, and
No, because I'm obfuscated.
No,
No.
but once you're running, it breaks obfuscate.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say he
too...
just said
Running
celerity
breaks
breaks
obfuscate?
obfuscate.
Yeah, if you're doing anything obvious, it immediately breaks obfuscate. So if you make a noise, if you start making big movements, it breaks it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know running broke obfuscate.
Yeah, whenever you're doing obfuscate, you have to be moving, like, carefully, basically.
Alright, so it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, are any of the other cars still open that I could sneak into?
Not really. I mean, the guy opens the door to get into the driver's side, but I don't
You're
see
not
there's
gonna
any
be
way to
able to-
sneak past him,
No.
and you just end up sitting on his lap.
All right. I say you just
Alright, so
come.
the jig is up.
Yeah. I say get out, find us. And come.
Yeah,
We're
okay,
gonna
whatever.
try and we're gonna have to hang well back. I'm gonna hope
Alright.
Terry
Yeah.
can.
I'll wait for them
I'm
to
gonna
leave
hope
this
Terry can do this.
facility. I'll wait for them to leave this facility and maybe we can find clues from here.
So I've identified which car it is. So hurry your way on over to us and hop in.
No, no. I mean, like, can we not investigate this place that they
Oh,
used as the
okay, yeah.
checkpoint?
If you wanna
Yeah.
text me and say, hey, I'm gonna stay here and investigate, that's cool. You know, lost
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
If you want to update me, then Terry and I will head out and we'll try and. Of course, we're gonna need you in a fight.
Yeah, whatever. Just hit me up. I can drive this car there.
What car? They're taking all 3 cars, right? There's no cars
No,
left.
they're keeping the car I just jumped out of, aren't they?
No,
No,
they're
all
all
3
driving.
cars are driving out.
Oh, why did I jump out of it then?
I don't know.
I thought they were changing cars and they were
I
leaving
thought you
us
were
in
too.
behind.
I thought you could change cars too. So I was with you. But apparently Zach then ruled that no, they were already in their cars and you couldn't
Oh,
change.
no,
I was
they-
thinking you were gonna.
Yeah, Derek said it and they stopped. They had already got into their cars, and then the guy who was in his car stopped, got out, went around back to take Derek's clothes and put it in after he said it.
Okay.
So they had already got set up. That was kind of an afterthought for them.
Yeah. So I'd say come out and get in the car with us, and we'll just try and tail them.
Okay.
All right?
Ryan's just feeling all confident because he drove that big gas tanker.
Yeah.
And he's thinking he can drive now.
I can't drive.
Hey, he's got a point of drive. See?
All right.
He can drive. All right. So I'm going to roll for Terry's.
Well, wait, you guys are well behind, right?
Yes, we're well behind, and I'm helping Terry with Auspex as much as I
Okay,
can.
so could I try to investigate this place while I wait for you guys to get this far?
Nah, you would have to get there and jump in if you want to keep the car you want in
Right,
sight.
because we were actually while Derek was changing or whatever, we're at the warehouse,
Oh, okay.
so we see them leave. We're staying well
Yeah, okay.
behind them because we don't want to be picked up as a tail.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, okay.
All right. So yeah, he's driving behind them, and we'll see how well Shepard is looking out. All right. So Derek, you are in the car with Shepard when he's looking in the back mirror, and then he says, "There's someone on us," and he slams down on the gas and just takes off, and you guys see him basically
All right.
rocket off.
All right, well they saw us, doggone it.
Well, damn.
All right. So you, do you guys want to? Does Terry asked if you want him to basically slam on the gas and follow him, or if they're just going to?
No, we're gonna hold back, and we'll just hope that Derek has a plan to let us know where he is somehow. I have no idea how. Because
Well,
if
the
we
phone is-
run after him, they're not gonna. I mean, we're never gonna get there.
Yeah.
So I don't see any point in doing it, and then we're just gonna wind up in a fight with a hunter.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. What do you think, Ryan? Do we chase after him?
Nah, no point.
All right.
Derek could, he's got the fucking animal talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's about our last hope for him contacting us. We just gotta
That's
hope he finds
true.
an animal.
I mean,
to
if
send
an
over.
animal comes and begins to act like it is communicating with us, if you could get, obviously we can't understand the animal, but we could do the, Lassie, Timmy's in the well, hey, take me to him kind of a thing. So if the animal was acting strangely in front of us, we would probably figure out it was from you and could follow it.
It sounds plausible.
All right. So yeah, he takes you around, and after he loses the guy, he eventually takes you towards a house in suburban Chicago.
Oh, good, we're in Chicago again. Oh, God.
And yeah. So he basically pulls into the driveway, pulls into the garage, closes the door behind you, and tells you to wait in the car while basically he goes through security camera footage, make sure no one else drives by.
All right, will do.
All right. Then after a little while, he says, "All right, we're clear." And he takes you into the main living room where you see on the couch there is a woman you have not seen in some time, Denise.
Hey, Denise, you're safe.
All right, give me a charisma plus empathy.
You said charisma plus subterfuge?
Empathy.
he's bulking up that subterfuge, I'm telling you.
That is 5.
All right.
Oh man.
All right, so she walks up and just slaps you.
Wow.
Nah, women.
Okay. Wow.
So she just looks at you and then just, where have you been?
I've been hiding. People been trying to kill me. You know how it is.
No, I don't know how it is. Who's trying to kill you?
Well, for one, your little friend that you used to meet up with.
Don't try and make this my fault.
I mean, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying if you had never brought him into our life, none of this would be happening.
William Shepard's just in the corner looking uncomfortable.
He's like, let's all just calm down. Derek, why don't you explain to us exactly what you've been doing? I was under the impression that you had been killed. I have suspicions that forces are at work. I don't want to say too much because not everyone is trustworthy. But I have reason to believe that if your body was taken to the Chicago morgue, it would have disappeared. And in fact, it turns out that you weren't dead at all. You just vanished from the Gary morgue that I rerouted you to. So exactly what has been going on?
Well, I don't remember too much after being attacked, but I do remember waking up one day and I didn't know where I was. I started wandering around, and I got taken in by a very kind man, and since then I've been living with him. But I will say I have noticed people, very suspicious looking people. I won't say spying on me, but everywhere I go, I seem to see the same person, and he seems to be keeping tabs on me.
All right. So give me a manipulation plus subterfuge. See how believable this is.
That is 5, and let me go ahead and use a willpower point.
All right.
You're just an innocent bystander, just caught up the wrong place at the wrong time.
Wow.
He's getting really good at lying, isn't he? He's
getting better at it, yeah.
He's either getting really good or he did really bad there.
He's like, all right. Well, we're going to keep you here for now. No one knows where you are, so it should be safe here, basically. I'm gonna go check the security precautions. I want to leave you to a chance to do whatever it is you two want to do. So he basically
Makeup sex.
Yeah, so he basically leaves the room and lets you guys, talk to one another.
All right. Well, first and foremost, is there any way for me to sense to see if she's been ghoulized?
Not really. If you had Auspex too, you might be able to notice her aura is a little bit pale.
That's unfortunate. If I just ask her about the guy, would she tell me?
I mean, she might.
All right. Well, I'll just ask her to reveal the true nature of her relationship with that man.
With that hairy guy.
All right. So she kind of leans in, and whispers in your ear, "I know what happened." And then she kind of like points around, kind of indicating to you that she thinks this place may be bugged.
I nod and
And wink.
I whisper back, "Are you of the same nature?"
She says, "Why don't we step out into the backyard?" And she kind of she says it almost a little bit too loudly, like it's for the bugs. So, but now that you're an expert on lying, you don't think she did a great job of it. But she kind of leads you outside.
All right, I'll just follow her lead.
All right. So once you're outside, she kind of takes you a little ways into the yard and then says, "I'm not, one of your kind. I've been with your sire for a while now. He had me contact Agent Shepard in order to get in contact with you."
Oh, so you have been you're his ghoul.
We are bonded together.
And how long has this been happening?
For a while.
Like longer since I've known you?
Is this going to be a jealousy thing?
Yep.
Because once she notices that, she's like, "You left me."
No, I just wanted to make sure that me leaving you was the right decision.
All right. She takes a moment to calm herself down, and then says, "Yes, I had been drinking his blood since before, during our relationship."
Okay, all right, cool. See, I'm glad I know that because I was starting to feel a little guilty about leaving you.
You
And now I
should
don't
feel
anymore.
guilty. You left.
I did, and I don't feel bad about it.
You're lucky that I'm here on behalf of our mutual acquaintance, because otherwise I would go in there and I would tell that guy everything.
Yeah, well, kick rocks.
Right, so they're not getting back together. We've established that.
Apparently that bridge has burned. I'm just that.
Once I found you, I was supposed to
Fall over. I'm laughing here.
I was supposed to get you to get in contact with him. I know where to meet him. Once we get out of here, I will take you to him.
All right, sounds good. So, is this like a good meeting, or is he trying to like kill me or something?
It's a great meeting. Why are you so suspicious? If he wanted to kill you, he would have just killed you already.
Well, our kind work in very mysterious ways.
Yeah, I don't know about mysterious, but strange, certainly. You in particular. Left me.
What have I done?
All right. So she is very upset. She goes back in a huff, basically.
All right. Well,
But before she goes, she says, "And you better have a way to get us out of here."
I'm supposed to have a way to get you.
All right. Well, you're in the backyard. Is there a bird? Is there a squirrel?
There. Give me a. I'll say you could probably find some sort of nocturnal animal.
Okay.
All right. Well, whatever animal I find.
Because you have the inoffensive to animals merit, right?
Let me check.
He does now.
Yeah. Yes.
As a matter of fact, I do. I actually do.
Oh, man.
In that case, you don't really need to look. Just nocturnal animals like raccoons won't run away from you.
I was gonna say they're all over the place. So.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna find preferably find a swift animal
Okay.
to tell them to find. I'll give them a description and a general location of my friends. I'll tell them to go find them and to point them in the direction of this house. And hopefully I'll try to do that with multiple animals, so if they don't get the hint the first time, they'll get it the second and third time.
Okay.
So when all of these animals congregate around us, I think we'll figure it out.
So it is a bit of a. All right. So give me manipulation plus animal ken first.
That is 8.
All right. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So yeah, you start just running around, like talking to animals and sending them off after them. Fortunately, Denise does want to escape, so she does try and keep Agent Shepard busy, not watching you. And yeah, so after a little while, Steven, Ryan, you guys are back at base when actually one of the animals does manage to find its way across, a ways away. Does manage to find its way to your haven.
All right, awesome. I think I'm gonna go back inside, and I do feel bad about the. I was talking to Denise really wild earlier, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna apologize. Try to simmer things down.
Jesus
Now that
Christ.
you regret
All
that
right.
strategically.
All right. All right. So, how?
How are you going to fix the Stalwart?
Well, I'm gonna do my patented move. I'm gonna walk in, sit down beside her, place my hand on her thigh. And I'm gonna tell her I'm very sorry for all the things that I did and how I was very disrespectful to her, and she deserves better than that.
All right. Give me a manipulation plus subterfuge. If you have a specialty in lying, obviously it applies.
Oh my gosh, that is going to be his specialty once he gets.
5, and I will also. I feel like this is will point worthy.
All right.
All right.
All right. I set the difficulty at 10, and somehow this happened.
I did it.
So
he is smooth.
yeah, so she kind of, she's sitting on the bed. Put your hand on her thigh. You apologize, and she says, obviously, it was hard circumstances. I feel like I partially put you in this
I think
situation
she's
as
got
well.
true love for this guy.
So I want to apologize for any, harsh words I said. And then she leans over and kisses you. And then you feel her hand on your chest moving downwards.
Well, I mean, I suppose we do have to kill some time. So, whatever happens, happens.
All right. Are you going to spend the blood point to activate your physiology?
Yes.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So we're going to just gently graze over this. But suffice
Oh,
to
come on.
say,
Strength plus athletics, isn't it? Something
nice.
like that?
All right.
It's makeup sex. All right.
Yeah, they fuck. All right,
All right.
let's just say it. They fuck.
Well, you got a girlfriend again.
So I also was not expecting this to work, but one of the animals actually did manage to find your haven.
Our haven? I thought we were in the car waiting for him. Did we go back to the haven?
How is he going to know where
Okay.
you're waiting in the car?
That's true. Okay.
I mean, I will allow it to find a set location, but he's not going to send a raccoon to meet you on the street somewhere.
All right. Okay. Okay. True enough. So, okay. So I guess we'll have gone back home to await whatever. So there's like a weird scratching at
Yes,
the door.
so a weird skittering raccoon comes up, clawing on the door.
And skitters and whatever. All right. So how are we going to follow a raccoon?
I don't know.
Okay.
He was told to find you.
Okay. And now what?
You guys don't have inoffensive to animals, so he kind of starts basically shying away from you as soon
Okay.
as his
All right.
compulsion is over.
All right. All right. Well, this is from Derek. So okay. Well, we got to follow the raccoon.
All right.
I'm gonna hope that the raccoon goes back
Well,
to
yeah.
Derek.
Is it compelled to lead us to him?
Yeah. I mean, it starts heading back in that. Starts heading in a direction. You guys have no idea what it was told to do.
All right. Well,
Surely it's the direction from whence it came.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I guess we'll follow it because I'm gonna assume it's from Derek.
It would be weird if it wasn't.
Yeah. So let's follow it, but I don't know that we can follow it in a car. Let's just grab our gear and we'll, I guess, walk after it. I have no idea. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully Derek's not too far away.
Like I said, I was not expecting it to work, but when I rolled randomly for it, yes,
It
you
did
are
work.
within walking
Okay.
distance.
All right. Apparently. Well, we'll follow these. So
It does take a while. Like, you are walking for like an hour before you get there.
Well, that's fine.
So what? Did we
Within 5
drive
minutes.
out really far away and then do a V shape kind of back towards close to where the haven is?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so we got the guns, we got the weapons, we've got the smoke bombs, whatever.
Yeah.
Following a raccoon.
So yeah, you eventually
house.
find the safe house.
Where's the safe house?
He goes inside, like he definitely marks it as the one.
Okay. I'm going to assume there's security features.
Oh yeah, it looks like you
So-
can see just from the outside. There are definitely security cameras. There are going to be others. Yeah.
As we walk around the place, what's Ryan? What would be the easiest way in? How do we let Derek know we're here?
Well, if you want to let him know we're here, we could always blow the power.
I got a new knife. My other
Yeah.
one was melted to nubs.
But yeah, well, all right. So, well, let's see. What kind of house is this? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
What
It's
kind
a
of-
suburban house. It's just a regular house. 2 stories.
Is it close to other houses?
Yes.
So, are the other houses occupied?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll obfuscate up to the windows then.
There are security cameras.
Yeah, there are cameras. So you'll need to give me a wits plus stealth in order to get past them without being seen.
That's fine.
And put your
Because if
balaclava
someone's
on in case
watching
you
them, if someone's watching them right now, they won't notice me on the screen, right?
No, but it could create other problems later on.
Nah, shut up, Zach. You worry too much. Anyway, let's go stealth, yeah?
Yeah.
6.
I thought you're telling the game master he worries too much.
Now, relax now. Come on.
Yeah. You do manage to stay out of their sight lines as far as you know.
Overconfidence.
What do I see in those windows, fam?
You know what, I'm gonna roll randomly to determine this.
You see William Shepard's face looking out. That's what you see.
You see Derek and Denise fucking.
Oh, lovely.
You're welcome.
Is anyone else in the room?
No.
No! Only you are the creepy guy looking in the window watching them. William Shepard has more class.
In that case, I'll knock on the window.
So in the midst.
Oh my god.
Ryan's only 15, right? He doesn't know.
You know, Chad is commenting that we run kind of a silly game, and you know what? I gotta say, they're spot on. Jesus Christ. Alright.
So you look in the window, you see two people having sex, and you think, I'm gonna knock.
Alright, so yeah, you're in the middle of it,
And there's a knock at the
and
window.
you hear a knocking at the window.
Of course, he's obfuscated.
Well, that breaks obfuscate.
Oh, okay.
So it's just Ryan leering in the window at you two, mid-coitus.
This is when he looks up and says, "You're welcome." Just a minute, let me pick it up here.
I'll look over, and when I see him, I'll inform her that's our way of getting out.
And that's our way out, sweet.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say, I'll look over and see him and then just give a thumbs up and just go
Thumbs
back
up,
to what I was doing.
thumbs up and a wink.
Oh,
Yeah, I considered it, but we should probably try to get out of here.
Alright. So she's like, alright, so what's the plan to get out? She obviously disentangles herself and starts getting dressed.
Well, can he obfuscate multiple people?
No, that's level 5.
Shoot. Well, if I open that window, will they know?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure you're hostage in this house, so yeah.
Okay, so the best thing we could do then is for y'all to attack the shoot, what's it called? The thing that controls electricity for our house.
So you want us to blow the power?
The breaker?
Yeah.
So the fuse box is actually going to be inside the house. So Ryan would need some sort of way inside to get at it. And that's kind of where the problem comes in.
Well, if there's a backyard, then it's just a fenced backyard.
Yes, it's fenced in.
Okay, well, in that case, me and Denise can make like we're going back out back.
All right.
And Ryan can he attach some sort of like timed explosive or something to the fuse box?
If you open the back door, I could just slip in.
Yeah, but when the explosives go, like, when we go out back, you can slip in, put the explosive. Then when we come back inside, you can have like a timer on it, so we can sit down, and when the explosive goes off, they won't suspect we did anything because we wasn't there, or we weren't anywhere near it.
You haven't really gotten timers for anything.
So hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
You do everything except instead of a timed explosive, I just walk in invisible.
Yeah.
And you just blow it up.
Yeah, so you head out to the back, and when you open the door, I sneak in. So you do the trunk thing again. So you open the back door, stand there awkwardly for a few seconds as I slip by invisible, and then close the door behind you. And then suddenly the power gets blown up by someone who's not in the house because I'm invisible.
It's a good plan. Let's go with that.
And then what? So when the power is blown, are you guys jumping the fence?
Yes.
Okay. So since I'm not there, I'm assuming I will text
So-
Terry to. So if Brian and I walk
Mhm.
here, I'll text Terry to bring the car so that we
Yeah.
have something to get away in.
All right.
Now, so the problem is, we're on two sides of a window. Is the window open?
The window can be opened. Yes.
Is there a?
Okay, so if there's a camera watching this room, like the inside of the room, then, like,
I mean, you got to assume this entire house is under surveillance. Denise basically said as much.
So right now you started looking. So from the camera's perspective, you've started to look outside the window and stop having sex for some reason. So if you went to open the window, that would be very suspicious. So basically, right now, we've no way of communicating. So in character, we can't make this plan.
Yeah.
No, in character you cannot. So what you will do is
If I could just signal towards the back door,
yeah, I would say
maybe
signal
you'll get
towards
it.
the back door. I think you would both figure that out.
Yeah, I could see you doing that.
Definitely. Let's do that.
Okay, so Ryan signals towards the back door, and then once both of you aren't looking, he re-obfuscates.
All right. So you guys head out into the backyard, and Denise is, looking around for your guy.
So when they come out the back door, I'll slip into the house.
All right. So she's like, "So where's your friend?"
I tell her not to worry. He's already working.
All right. So she kind of stands there. It's kind of like a contemplative moment, and then she's like, "Yeah, but is he actually or?"
I
Yes,
say you guys you just usher her over toward a fence and say, just get ready to when it happens, just get ready to bolt.
Yes, I let her know that we're about to have to run in a second, and there's going to be a car waiting.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, he's just making it up. He's pulling it out of his ass, but he's hoping to hell.
Yeah, I'll
that,
say you don't know in character, but that sounds like a lie that you would tell someone, so
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
He's like, okay,
Thank you.
please, Stephen, have the car.
I'm no longer assuming you are following any rules of honesty, so...
No, Derek's just a compulsive liar at this point.
Yeah, if you pick up a derangement, I know which one it's going to be.
I'm just doing what's best for everybody.
All right.
You keep telling yourself that.
So, Ryan, give me a wits plus security to see if you can figure out like where you need to go in this place.
So let's see. The plan was to blow the fuse, but I mean, now that I'm in the house, I could do anything.
Yeah, you could.
So let's see if I can't find the security room.
All right. Same roll.
With security, yeah?
Yep.
6.
Okay. Yes, you are able to eventually find the security room. It's up on the second floor. And from the sounds of things, there does seem to be someone inside.
Is the door
Because
closed?
he
I
was
presume?
watching Derek and Denise, and he's having himself a good time, I guess.
The door is closed.
Okay. So let's try find a fuse box then instead.
Okay. I'll roll again. Yeah, you're able to find the fuse box.
Okay. I wonder if I could make a trap. What way did the door to the security room open? Into the room or out into the corridor?
It would have been
Into
into
the
the room.
Will I make a will I make like a fucking tripwire trap or something so then when I blow the fuse he comes out the room and like maybe pauses or falls over?
You could if you had any supplies whatsoever, but saying as how I don't think you do, then no.
I have all my things in my pockets.
Do you have anything to make a tripwire trap with?
Duct tape?
Alright. A wire?
I was gonna say he's gonna
Yeah,
notice.
yeah.
He's gonna notice tape.
I've got rope.
You're gonna duct tape a string of rope and hope he trips over it?
I'm gonna let's see. Yeah, it's genius.
I don't think it's gonna hold very well.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah,
probably
okay,
go,
that
"What the
was-
hell was this?"
It will buy you all of 1 second, which is less than a combat round. So it will not gain you anything.
You win.
Alright.
You
Anyway.
could.
Please don't encourage him.
Well, I was gonna say if I
Mhm.
I mixed up those little smoke bombs, right?
Yeah.
So he could light, as blow the fuse as he's going out, hurl the smoke bomb into that corridor, so it's all smoky.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, alright, let's try that.
Alright. That's the more sensible.
Well, the Malkavian was thinking, hey, duct tape and rope.
So do you have rubber gloves?
Yes. I
Alright.
have neoprene gloves.
Woohoo.
Alright. So your plan is just basically open up the fuse box and then just jam a screwdriver into it and hope for the best?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I have repair. I could try something more,
I was gonna say, if
fine.
it's got the main switch, just flip that.
Yeah.
That's gonna cut the power.
So if you want to give me an intelligence plus repair.
Uh-oh. Could not be dexterity plus repair.
No.
No, you gotta figure out what it is you want to blow.
Mate. 2.
Alright.
1 intelligence, 1 repair.
Yep.
You're not a bright guy, are you?
Yeah, you're able to find what you need.
But you had a very good roll.
Alright, well, that's all I need. Let's do it.
Alright, so you flip the switch and you throw a smoke bomb.
Yeah, and then I re-obfuscate and wait outside the cloud of smoke with my gun pulled out.
Are you going to try and get out of the house?
I think you should just try and get out of the house.
Losers. Fine.
Rather than gunning down federal agents.
Yes.
Whatever.
Alright. Yeah, so, Derek, you're outside with Denise when you see the power
Wait,
just...
no, because there's camera footage of me, probably.
There may be. You don't think you've been spotted by any cameras.
Oh, man, come on, I gotta tie loose ends here.
And you have your balaclava on, correct?
Yeah, I always have it on.
Okay. So they're just gonna be like, hey, the tanker murderer. Strikes
Strikes
again.
again.
Now they're gonna know Derek's involved with the tanker murderer because the tanker murderer abducted him from the safe house.
Why not have any explosives?
I made you some C4.
Well, yeah. Because you did have a day off, so yeah, it would be finished by now.
Can I not just, like, plant C4 outside
have-
his security
do you
room,
have
leave the
detonators?
house?
I mean, you can. Are you sure that's something that you want to do? Because, again, that escalates everything.
This is FBI.
And
He's
this is
not-
already fairly escalated.
He's not just a hunter. He is FBI. We're gonna have the humans on us.
Fine.
Alright.
Yeah, alright, safe route.
So you disable the power, you throw the smoke bomb. So outside Derek, you and Denise are staying in the backyard. You see the power go out. You see smoke start to fill the room, start to fill the house. And Denise looks at you and asks, so is that the sign?
That's definitely the sign.
All right, so give me a strength plus athletics to jump the fence.
That is 7.
All right, and are you going to help Denise over as well?
Yes.
I was gonna say, you kind of have to.
I was waiting for him to get on top of the fence, look down, and just go, "See ya, bitch."
It's not too late. You can still do that, Stalwart.
Nah. I'll help her.
You kind of have to. She's got to take you to see your sire, so you kind of have to.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
So you jump over to the other side of the fence. You help her over as well. Smoke bomb goes off. Ryan, in the chaos, you're able to get out through the back door and also hop the fence with a strength plus athletics.
Which is?
6.
All right.
Give me a second to scroll up, Mary, yeah?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know if he realized that he was asking.
All right.
It was a very awkward way of asking, yes.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
So yes, you also hop the fence and you manage to escape.
Cool.
So I'm standing at the car with Terry.
Yep. So you guys are able to get back to the
and
car,
I'll
get
pile
in,
and drive away.
drive away. All right.
All right. Well, we have to get Derek a new phone.
Yeah. You're gonna have to just. He can't use that email address anymore ever.
No.
Like you basically just have to erase his entire identity at this point.
I do. I really do. He has to die. Derek, we're going to have to fake your death.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. So, Dr. Stephen Higgins.
All right. So Denise puts an arm around Derek, and then she says, "Denise."
Ah. The girlfriend.
He mentioned me.
Anyway, so I will open the car door, for her to get into the car.
All right.
Yes, move our way. Mm-hmm. All right, so where are we going?
I don't know. Where are you going?
Am I taking someone else back to my haven? Because doesn't Eric have to go see his sire? Aren't they headed off that way?
Yeah. So she basically says that she was told to bring Derek to his sire, like as soon as you got out.
Okay. Well, we can go there.
But sire, he's a little bit paranoid. He wouldn't like it if anyone besides Derek showed up. Derek and her.
I see.
So drop them both at a public bus stop and fucking ditch them.
I was gonna say. So your suggestion is what?
Just drop us off somewhere. Thank you for the rescue.
You're very welcome. I'll look at Derek.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Derek.
Hey, y'all some good friends. I really appreciate it.
All right. Are you okay with this?
Yeah, I trust her.
So, okay. Do I have an extra burner phone on me? Can we stop off real quick and get an extra burner phone?
I mean, you have them back at the house, so you could give Derek yours.
I can give him, okay, so I know that number. So here's, Derek, here's a phone. Let us know. Let us know when you're okay, and we'll come pick you up or something, I guess.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thanks. I'll let y'all know.
Okay.
All right. So all right, so you guys drop him off. You guys are heading back, and as you guys are driving back, you get a message from Damien of the Anarchs to inform you.
I don't have my burner phone with me. Who's getting the message?
I figure it's your regular phone.
Oh, it's my regular phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my actual phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just is getting in contact with you to let you know that that Heinz Anarchs have agreed not to go after you and Gary, but if they see you in Chicago, basically they're all bets are off. So watch your back.
Okay. I
So,
assumed.
He
I
says
assumed.
just a friendly warning, and then he gives you a smiley face emote.
Okay. Well, thank you for the help. Smiley face wink back at him.
All right. So, you guys manage to get back to the house. Just it's near day at this point. You guys just bunker down, and you're good.
I'll have Terry sweep with the dogs.
With Derek.
Okay, here we are.
So Denise takes you to a building in the wasteland of Gary, part of the burnt out remains of the fire, and she takes you inside one of the buildings. Says this is where we're supposed to meet with him. And then as you're heading in, you can see that there is like a patch of earth where like the concrete has been like ruptured and destroyed. And from out of that patch of earth rises the hairy, mysterious man who embraced you.
Who is your father?
And then you hear the sound of whistling coming from behind you, and another man enters. Says, well, well, well. I didn't think he'd actually be stupid enough to come here. Not bad job. And you feel a powerful attack hit you. This guy moves so fast, like you can't even see it. And you feel something piercing your chest. And that is where we will leave off this session.
You see, that's why I don't be trusting these females.
Yeah, but you did, though.
Yeah, but
you went
did.
here.
I specifically asked you. I specifically asked
That's
you.
the last time I ever make that mistake.
Okay,
You can't be saying...
I specifically asked you. And you said yes, I trust her.
You can't be saying I can't. This is why I don't trust these females. When Stephen asked, "Do you trust her?" and you said yes, I trust her.
Okay, very true.
All right. So that is the end of.
So apparently, your sire and Ryan's sire are somehow linked.
It seems that way. Yes.
Huh.
So first off, let's explain what we learned today. We can start with Derek.
That Denise cannot be trusted.
Yes. You know what? That was an easy one.
You really That's sad that you learned it this time.
Like, I didn't trust her for a long time. I give her my trust once, and she betrayed it.
No, you gave her your dick, and then and then somehow that trusted you.
Same thing.
And I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so Steven.
Why Steven's gay? What did I learn? Man, I learned many, many things. I learned Heinz will not come after us in Gary. I learned that Ryan used to be a terrorist, and although I had suspicions of that.
Yeah.
And I learned that his sire is after him again.
You're pretty much good.
Yeah. I learned a lot of stuff.
Ryan?
Well, I learned how much Ryan remembered of his past.
All right. All right. So we've got a few people in chat. So basically at the end, we usually will give out an award. Basically everyone votes who they thought did the best, most entertaining role playing. So anyone in chat is authorized to give a vote if you're so interested.
Well, I hope the chat caught my phone call with Sir.
I was gonna say it's a tough one because I always am entertained by Star Wars love life or Derek's Star Wars characters' love lives. I always love the seduction scenes, but the phone call with Sir was also very, very entertaining. So I'm torn. So I'm gonna let other people.
All right. So David, why don't you vote first?
Yeah, I'll have to give it to Stallworth.
All right, Stallworth.
I'll have to go with David.
All right.
Yeah, see, I figured it was gonna be me. Is chat gonna? I know it takes some time to stall. if anybody wants to.
We've got a vote for, sultry Derek. So,
It just never gets old, the old hand on the thigh.
yeah.
Works every time.
So we're going to get it again?
I had to go deep into my playbook for that one.
Well, I was going to say, if I vote for Ryan, it's just going to be a tie again, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll give it to Derek.
All right. So, yeah. Start with you, pick up 4 experience points. Everyone else picks up 3. And that is the end of the session. So, thank you, everyone, for turning up. And, yeah. Hopefully we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
See y'all.